But behind the scenes, experts are busy on cutting-edge projects for the future. Lyndall Pereira is working on one of the most ambitious missions the museum has ever been involved in. Called the Darwin Tree of Life Project, its aim is simple but staggering: to collect and store samples of every one of the 60,000 species of plant, animal and insect that's alive in the British Isles today.
So what we're trying to do with this project is get a tissue sample from every single species in Britain. 200 years ago, they had to collect the entire organism and store them in museums like this. And now, we can learn so much from such a tiny sample.
Here, in one of the most high-tech parts of the museum, is a tank of liquid nitrogen, where the samples will be stored at -200 degrees.
This tank can fit 60,000 of these tubes. So there's enough space to fit one sample for every species that you can find in Britain. We're taking the DNA from these organisms that will stay in here safely for the next 300 years at least. And we can learn so much from them. David Attenborough himself has put a sample into this very tank. Stood on that step. Touch this handle.
This tank is a Noah's Ark for the 21st century, with its samples of every living thing in Britain. It's going to take at least another 10 years to fill, but it's a race against the clock.
We're losing species at a faster rate than we can even discover them. So we need to find them and learn as much as we can about them if we have any hopes of saving them in the future. No one's ever done a project like this before. It's going to be a big challenge.